Fellow Toastmasters, I am a magician, and today I would like to show you how to bring real magic into your life. The story about Spider-Man, who's at a Toastmasters convention for superheroes when he sees the Man of Steel and says, "Gosh, I'm terrified of public speaking. Got any tips?" Superman says, "You have to step outside of your comfort zone, 'cause that's where the magic happens. I used to feel awkward running around with my underwear on the outside. Now it's an industry standard." Batman and Wonder Woman, tell us about a time that you stepped outside of your comfort zone to fight crime. Wonder Woman says, "I work in this industry where all the guys run around with their underwear on the outside. I thought they were crazy at first. Then I started wearing my bathing suit into battle, and you should have seen the look of surprise on the bad guys." Batman says, "I tried using comedy to connect with criminals. When that didn't work, I delivered the punchline with my fist." All the heroes are standing around talking about how Toastmasters has helped them fight crime, when Batman gets a text on his bat phone and says, "Looks like the Joker's robbing a bank. It's time for me to steal the show." Wonder Woman says, "I have some loose ends to tie up, and the valets always forget where they park my invisible jet." Superman asks Spider-Man if he learned anything. Spider-Man says, "If you do something different, you'll learn something new, even if it's what not to do. Now I'm going to step outside of my comfort zone and fight crime on the dark web." Fellow Toastmasters, inside this ring is your comfort zone. Things are very easy and familiar in here, but they're also kind of small and claustrophobic. Outside of this ring is where the magic happens. This is where I've been growing by leaps and bounds as I try to make my comfort zone bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, I know that a magician isn't supposed to share their secrets with mere mortals, but today I would like to share one with you. Who here would like to know how the alchemists turned their lead into gold? Right? Like, who wouldn't want to know that? The Philosopher's Stone was the key ingredient in alchemy. It was the catalyst of change. But philosopher means lover of wisdom, which is a major hint that this was not a get-rich-quick scheme. It was a path of personal and spiritual transformation that would turn the ordinary into the extraordinary. I used it to craft this speech. I took the lead of my icebreaker and stuck it into the crucible of practice, practice, practice. Then I turned up the heat and the pressure and joined an international speech competition. Then I refined it over and over and over, trying to get it out all the junk. I took the wisdom that I gained from feedback and experience, and hopefully I will turn my lead into gold. But right now it's feeling more like brass. Now that you know the alchemical secret, it's time for you to step outside of your comfort zone and make your magic happen. But before I go, I have one last secret I'd like to share with you. Feel kind of awkward coming out in public like this, but here goes. I wear my underwear on the inside. Fellow Toastmasters.